everyone. This is just a short stream. Let me stop that for a second. So we've been doing in our membership area, we have a really fun group, and we've been doing the blues challenge. So I'm getting everyone to write their own blues tune, and they can send it to me. It can be as basic as you need it to be, and you send it to me and I write it out. So that's what we've been doing this last week. And I just decided to go public to our YouTube channel just to say hey to the people who are just hanging out at the channel and not in the membership. But let me show you something really quick. So this is Dean's song. I love this tune. We call it the Dean's List Blues. And I think if you guys like this, I'm going to put a link for you guys to get this PDF. So we need enough people to let me know that you want this, and I'll happily send that out, a link to you guys so you can download it. All right, so I'm going to turn on the track here and just play through this. Let me slow it down just a little bit, and we'll speed it up as we need to go through it. But what I love about this tune is we're using our C9, so we're getting into, in addition to blues, we're doing a lot of jazz in our weekly lessons. And we're doing, so when you're doing a C9 chord, you do 3 flat 7 9 of the C scale, right? We go over this every time we have a lesson, but whenever you're building a particular chord, all you have to do is think of that particular scale and your numbers. 3 of the C scale, flat 7, how do you flat the note, move it to the left, and the 9. Why is that a 9? Why is the D a 9? Because as you add the flat 7, you're adding notes on top. It becomes a C9 chord, and a 9 chord wants to go to a 13 chord by lowering the bottom 2 notes, and now you're at an F13. Well, how do you spell the F13 chord? That is a flat 7 of the F scale. F major has 1 flat, B flat, and so you have a flat 7, 3, 13. Why is that a 13? Because there's your flat 7, and you're building those nice voicings on top, which sound really great. When you play, the left hand has an F, and it has that nice F13 voicing there. And so as you go through this whole blues, we've been doing at iMusicAcademy a standard jazz blues, as we've been getting a lot of people into jazz. And so as you learn these voicings, you'll always have that. Whenever you play a C7, you see C7 on a chart, you go right to that voicing, 3 flat 7 9. And when you go to an A7, all you have to think of is a flat 7 of an A major scale, and a third and a sharp 5 or flat 13, however you want to think about it. But we've been doing this, we constantly reinforce these ideas. So this is not a beginning teaching lesson. This is something that we've been doing honestly for the last 2 years with our practice group. So I hope that you like this blues. This is not my blues. This is Dean's blues, and this is based out of what we do at iMusicAcademy. We have these roadmaps to success. So we take our blues courses and we come up with ideas, and you say, all right, well, how can you make this your own? And so this song, Dean's List Blues, is Dean's idea. Let me pull up the chart so I make sure I play it right. Let me start it again. So he actually starts it on B2. And there is a simple version, which this is the simple version, and there's another version. Very simple, easy blues. You put this nice little tremolo here at the... over the entire blues. 3, 4, 1, 2, da-da. All right, let me stop this really quickly. So let's talk about this. So you have this idea, and this is Dean's idea to do that. And it's one of the great things about when you're playing a C blues or any key blues, a lot of these riffs that you can do will work over the entire blues. It'll work over all of the chords, right? And then, of course, we have our C blues scale. Let me just check the chat really quickly and say hello. All right, we have 4 likes. Thank you for liking the video. We have 5 likes now. Thank you so much. And as you come in to this video, make sure you leave a comment if you're bold enough to do that. And keep liking the video. That helps me know that you guys like when I go live, not just in the membership area. What's up, Ted? Ted is a member of iMusicAcademy. Awesome. Okay, so let me start this again, but I want to remind everyone that at iMusicAcademy, one of the things we do is our shape 1. I love shapes, and you take the first 5 notes of the C blues scale, right? And all of those are going to work. So let's just say I only know the first 5 notes. That's just the first and the flat third of the C blues scale. And notice how it all works. I'm in D minor. So I can think really simple and it's going to work great. Put your hand in the shape and you can't go wrong. This beginning blues sheet where we go as one of 1,000 ideas you can do, right? Let's do that again. 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 again. Okay, now we're going to do the Dean's List Blues 1. I have the sheet music up there. 3, 4. He does this little tremolo, and then on D minor, flat 7, little Oscar Peterson type thing. One more time. Stop this for just a second. All right, so hey, Ted and Vicky, it's like a normal live for us. Good to see you guys. All right, so in this particular blues, repetition is our friend, right? Over and over, you get these simple ideas. So even from the first 5 notes of the blues scale, it's good to play this shape and to use that as a part of our improv ideas and things we can do. And once you practice getting into this shape 1, you know that all of the notes are going to work. It doesn't matter which notes you choose, but you take time to play some of the notes and then let a little time go by so you're not just constantly playing. That would kind of get boring really fast. But we would work on, let's work on 3 different shapes to go with Dean's Blues. So the first one we're going to do is the first 5 notes of the blues scale. So C, E flat, F, F sharp, G. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The next shape we're going to do is the top half of the blues, which is really, when you think about the minor pentatonic scale, something we talk about all the time, and you put it in inversion, we practice it in inversions. When you get up to that third inversion, you have G, B flat, C, and E flat. This is another great shape to get in. Right, you have this up here. All those notes are going to work over the entire blues. And we're not even doing the major part of the blues yet. We're just going to do either this shape or up here. We're going to mess around with that shape. And the third shape is what we call shape 2 at iMusicAcademy, is the blues scale, the A blues scale. And you can take any key you're in and go down 3 half steps, and now you're playing the A blues scale. Let me demonstrate that. I'm going to turn on the track again. Here's the A blues scale. That's just the first 4 notes. All those notes are going to work great. top, and D minor. A nice blues lick. One more time. So the track's still going, and remember that you have the first 5 notes of the blues scale, and it's good to practice that. Mix it up, or this. That's going to sound great. Okay, let's do this idea again. 2 and ready, go. Time. What about that top shape? What's nice is that top shape of the blues scale connects really nice to the bottom shape. So you have this idea of the 4th finger always being a nice connection note. So it's basically getting your first shape connecting with the 3rd shape, and you play these notes all day long. And then this transition, this 4th finger is a great way to transition between this shape and this shape. So as I come down and I get to here and I'm home free, da 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 da. So we play a little bit and then we let a little time go by. So we've been practicing C9, right? And 9 wants to go to a 13, and you get these voicings down. Now when you get to here, C9, we call it pinky up and pinky down. So G minor, C7, and then F13. And on the F sharp diminish, you keep this exactly the same. We talk about why that we can stay the same on those chords, but that's for a later video. And then we're at C, and then we're at the 6th chord of C, and then the 2, 5, 1, 6, 2, 5, which remember are our turnaround chords, 1, 6, 2, 5. The great thing about these left-hand chords is that when you play these chords and you memorize these shapes for our left hand, you will always have them. You get the formula of, okay, this is a C9 chord, and you have 3, flat, 7, 9, and say, okay, it doesn't matter what key I'm in. If I'm in D flat, that's flat 3. That's 3 of a D scale, flat 7 and 9. Okay, that'll always be a chord I can use for that. There's D major, and I'm doing D9, 3 of a D scale, flat 7, 9. Now, how do you find the flat 7 of any note that you're on? So if I'm trying to find the flat 7 of D, I just go down a whole step. So C is the flat 7. So there are all kinds of fun little tricks that we learn, but let me tell you one of the most basic things that I can tell you that's going to help everybody out is as you're learning these shapes, and this is only, how many chords do we have to learn here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 chords, and you have the whole entire blues here. 6 chords, and once you learn this, you'll be able to use this formula in any key. So you learn these 6 chords, but watch when I play these different chords. You see how my pinky, my index finger, and my thumb are not, they're not changing much. The span of these intervals are not changing much. So that's why I can look, or not even have to look and play these, because I've practice, and we all have to do this. Spend some time with the span of your hand in the same way that you learn how to play octaves, and it's a certain spacing that you have. The same thing is for these left-hand chords. You get these down, and then you can immediately start to become a jazz player, and I promise you everyone can do it. And then you combine that with your right hand of doing the first 5 notes of the blues scale as a great starter, knowing that all of these notes are going to work. But what I like to do is teach, as we teach these shapes, you can mash every note down of this C blues scale, first 5 notes. And it sounds horrible when you play it all together, but the good thing is you break it up, and then it sounds like real music. Really nice music. Let me do this again. So I have the voicing, and all I'm thinking is one of these 5 notes right now, right? Let's do it again. So now we're on the F chord. And let a little time go by. I like that. And so when you do the things like at the end where you have that kind of an Oscar Peterson type blues lick, it comes right out of Blues Volume 1 where we do this idea, right? Same kind of thing, except he did this. He started right there, so, and then he did this nice little enclosure. What in the world is an enclosure? When you take a couple of notes and you do below the target, above the target note, below, and you arrive. So it's called an enclosure, and that's the 3rd note of C that we're kind of arriving to. So we do, and this will be something that I would want you to isolate, right? You have the sheet music and the fingering right there. 1, 2, and 3, and then 4 and 1. And you could isolate that. The other thing is another thing that I love about this tune is he starts on the 2nd beat, 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and. So starting on beat 2 is a great way to start the phrase. And notice that he starts off on the 5th, and then he goes up chromatically to get the 6th. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and. Now notice if I play it down here, it's that same concept of the power or the sweet sound of using the 6th note, the A note in our C blues. Just remember that, everyone, that as you're learning these things, there's certain notes that are going to sound really amazing as you're learning how to play blues and jazz. The 6th note is a great one, right? You had this idea of these first 4 notes, and sometimes, like in Blues Volume 1, we start on the top, which works over blues and jazz. And you guys know that we talk about this, that blues and jazz work so well together. All of these licks that we're playing in our blues solo piano, they work in jazz as well. So as the Dean's Blues, we get the 5th and the 6th, and then pinky up. I could just stay here while I'm working on these voicings. stop it really quick. All right, so you have that idea. Let me give you one more tip. So as you're practicing, you have the blues scale at first four notes. Occasionally we want to hear that major sound, right? The major third. So one easy way to do it is just play your C triad and give me 2, 3, 5. I think there's an example in Blues Volume 1 where you do, and that connects nicely with. So occasionally I might want to hear that major sound, and then I'll give you one other tip. Let me check the chat. All right. Let's get a couple more likes. Let's try to get up to 10 likes if you guys are enjoying this, and I'll probably do another live for you guys tomorrow. And of course, we start our Christmas boot camp for our members tomorrow. Christmas boot camp. You guys already have the book, but I'm looking forward to that. All right, so let's turn on the track again, and let's just do the major third. Let's listen to how that sounds over the blues. Here we go. Oh, I'll address that in just a second, Ted. I see. I got your comment. Okay, here we go. One and. So Ted has a question in the chat about can I count the rhythm of the left hand? So the answer is yes, and even better, along with that, let me add one other thing here. So for the Dean's List, I went ahead and wrote down his improv or his song as it was, but then I also put up. Let me add this here. I think you guys can see this now. Let me just check. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so this is our practice stream folder. Let me just click from there. All right, so we have our level 2, Ted. So this is the easy one, the one that we started with, and then level 2 is this. So you're asking about the comping rhythms. What I like for us to practice is the 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and it's great to practice this hands separate and of course with the track. So let's just practice 2, 3, 4 or short. Real quick. Swing feel over that. Yes, that's exactly right. Let me stop real quick. Yep, practice that all the time, everybody. I wanted to write that in. All right, what questions do you guys have before we wrap up? I'm going to have to go. My right hand is so weak, I literally have to go to the chiropractor because something's wrong with my right shoulder, and like I can't even do these licks cleanly. Or I'm having trouble even with runs and things like that. It's crazy. All right, what questions do you have? Yeah, I love that. That's a great question, Ted, about that, getting that swing feel. And then you could just speed it up, but keep repeating that over and over, even if you do left hand only. I love the Dean's List blues though. All right, let me just do it a couple more times. I'm gonna speed it up a little bit, even though I won't be able to play it like it's supposed to be, but I'll just speed it up. Oh yeah, I'll do that in a second. Off of the shape 3. First, it doesn't go up to the E flat. And this is by itself. And this is just an Oscar Peterson lick based off of blues example number 9? No. Let me think which blues this one is. Yeah, I'm okay doing that, but like this, I can't. Too weak. All right, Ted. I have 2 more really important things. So in the Christmas Boot Camp PDF that I sent out, you guys know that I have the 15 tips for 5-minute success. No, it's 20 tips for 5-minute success. And I put that in the Christmas Boot Camp because whenever we're playing things like blues and we start our day off, it's good to have your blues, your bluesy feel. Starting on the flat 7 is a great way. Da, 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 and even that major third. So da 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 or da 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 da. And then we also put in there the simple idea of our enclosures. Da 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 da. Okay, so you have those ideas, and I'm going to demonstrate now 2 of those. This is how one way you can get your blues going. So that gets the major third and the flat 7. When I go to F, guess what? I can do it there too. D minor. So we'll do each time it's going to go up by 3 beats. Let's do 4 beats. Like the video. See if we can get to 10. scale, right? right, so what you do there is, I was just finishing it so I would stay with the 30 choruses or however many it went. But then what you do is go back. Don't hurt myself. It's actually my fifth finger and fourth finger that are having the problems right now because of my neck issue. All right, but guess what happens when you start it over at 120 beats? You're going to get this. It'll be a lot slower and a lot more manageable. Like you go back to 0 and it's nice and slow and really easy. All right, and then you would just go back and loop the Dean's Blues, because guess what happens when we start that again at a slower tempo? Feels good. Okay, here's your bonus tip of the day. If you've enjoyed this, first of all, make sure you put that in the chat. I'm looking for somebody else to say hello in the chat. I'm going to be on for about 2 more minutes, and go ahead and like this video if you've enjoyed this. And here's your bonus tip. Reminder that Blues Volume 1 example number 9 or 10 is the third up to the root. And we practice this as a great just blues lick and jazz lick. Whatever key you're in, if I'm in C, I go 3 up to the root, third up to the root, and then I cross over with my second finger and do 1-5. So 1-5, 1-2, 1-5, 1-2, 1-5, 4. And I like to end on the short version on the flat 7 and the 5. So if I'm playing a down home, easy blues kind of feel, I can go on F, same thing, on G, and then on G, or any of the keys, you can go all the way down the keyboard. The great thing is you're using the exact same fingering over and over, which is really nice. And let me just demonstrate this over the blues, and then we'll wrap up, promise. Here we go. I can go back to the other thing I was doing, right? I went major. Let's do that again. It's probably number 10. But there is, in one of our other blues volumes, I can show you how to go all the way down. Enough about all these licks. The main thing on this one is just getting the Dean's Blues list down. Dean's List Blues. What's fun about all these songs that we've been doing, and for anybody who's watching that, or maybe you're new to iMusicAcademy, is that I've come up with a lot of courses and things like that, but we're going through it in our community. We're going through all these things, and we're calling them blues roadmaps in our membership area. And the great thing about all of these is they all connect to each other. Like I've come out with two songbooks, Bob Songbooks, Volume 1 and 2, which are blues and jazz songs, and they work so well together. Like one of them is I See a Pattern Blues. We went over that a couple of weeks ago, and all it is, and this is written out in a solo piano blues, but also jazz trio. And the idea is it takes the blues scale. Each one of my songs is going to teach you something really important. The I See a Pattern Blues, and a lot of them have actually lyrics. The more I play, I see a pattern, I see the blues scale, and I know that it is just what I need. So that's like a little Oscar Peterson tritone thing. So so then any of these songs and blues and ideas, they work well together. So I could go back and forth between Dean's list. Here we go. I See a Pattern Blues, it teaches you two things. It teaches the idea of using the blues scale, but not just the blues scale, but the blues scale on the offbeat. One, the more I play, I see a pattern, and the Oscar Peterson kind of lick. I see the blues scale, I see the blues scale, and I know that it is just what I need. So if I was practicing a blues, I could do that all day, and it's going to work. This crazy way, though. The idea. Take one idea and you wear it out for days in the same way that we do Blues Volume 1 for solo piano. And then you can even in jazz blues, you can occasionally put those in there as well. I just did Blues Example 1 along with the Dean's list lick that he did. All right, guys. What questions do you have? That was so much fun. 2 minutes. I'm even turning off my keyboard so I'll stop playing. I know this is not a normal stream that we normally have. We usually go in our membership area for anybody just watching and hanging out. We go live every Monday and every Thursday, and we have what are called pop-up lessons where I'll just give you guys a lesson on Fridays, on Tuesdays, and I just say, hey, we're going for a pop-up lesson, and occasionally we'll go live for our YouTube channel as well. So I hope that you guys have enjoyed hanging out for this lesson. We need one song that showcases all the shapes. The problem with that, Ted, is all of the songs show all this. I mean, there's so many shapes. It's almost impossible. It's probably impossible. All right, here's a quick tip for tomorrow is we're starting the boot camp. I may do this. I may send out an email to our iMusicAcademy community and say, hey, we're starting the boot camp, and if you want to be a part of it, we might start and allow anybody to just have the first day to be a part of our boot camp. I need somebody to, if you're watching this, somebody to email me and say you want to be a part of the boot camp who's not a member of iMusicAcademy and who just wants to join the boot camp. And I'll let you start out for absolutely nothing. You can see what it's like to be a member at iMusicAcademy. We have somewhere close to 20 members at iMusicAcademy for the last 2 years. It's kind of been underground. There's a whole membership area. There's membership. In addition to there being a full membership area with all of my courses in there, there's also all of the blues courses. There's also jazz things. But in addition to that, we have our practice stream folders. And I think I'm showing this on the screen now. This is so much fun because this is our weekly playing that we do. So in addition to having all this jazz chord things that we've been working on, there are songs that we're working on. You have different comping voicings, like how to play cool chord voicings. And then I'm going to go back because this is just the beginning of our IMA member stream folder. So everyone has this link to where they can get the theory, the play-alongs, all the Christmas boot camp, the Bob songbooks. So when you're a member of iMusicAcademy, in addition to this amazing community that supports each other, you get access to all this stuff, like Bob's songs. You click the book, and boom, there it is. All the songs. If you want to go, all right, blues to keep moving, there it is. If I want to watch it on YouTube, all these links are clickable, and they work. And then you have iReal Pro tracks. You have our blues songs, our jazz songs, and our theory. Now, this is where it gets crazy. We have amazing members like Dean and Ted and Vicky who actually create content for our members. You have the Jazz Toolkit that was created by Ted, and Ted and I are working on another project for iMusicAcademy. But all these voicings things, so Dean did this where he went over all the voicings, like exactly how to play all these voicings in all keys. And so this is pretty awesome community. Which I love. But anyway, if you're wanting to be a part of the Christmas boot camp, just email me, bob@imusicacademy.com. And you can also copy bobtaylormusic@gmail.com if you want to make sure that it gets to me. And I'll send you out a link just to join us. There's no pressure. I always want the right people. I've been very blessed to have 20 people who are just enjoying the community and learning together. And we go live twice every week. And I try to make it very affordable. It's like having one lesson a month with me. And I have people that pay weekly for lessons with me, but this is a way you can join the whole community and get access to all the courses and the community and all the trainings for literally less than one lesson with me per month. I mean, one lesson with me per month, yes. Okay. Oh, it was fun hanging out. All right, let me see. All right, Ted, that was worth a shot. Yeah, I mean, think about it, Ted. If you just take Bob's Songbook Volume 1, how many licks and shapes are there in each one of those? There's so many shapes. If I went through the shapes course that we have and I picked out all the shapes, I could probably come up with something. But putting it all in one song would be almost crazy because it would go through several different choruses of the blues. All right, I hope you guys have enjoyed this little pop-up. I didn't even send this out to our email list that I was going live. I just decided to do it. But anyway, I hope that you have felt encouraged. And the last thing I'm going to do right now is I'm going to put a link in the comments. 1 second. I want you guys to hang in there for a second. I'm going to do a new folder. Oh wait, I'm going to do, hold on a second. I'm going to do a new folder. New folder, there it is. I'm going to call this YouTube, IMA YouTube. Okay, so IMA YouTube, and I'm going to move this. Going to move this to my drive. Okay, now let me look at my drive and look for the folder. IMA YouTube right here. Boom. And now I'm going to do something for you guys. I'm going to put the Dean's List Blues level 2 and level 1. Let's level up here. So you have the easy version, which has the quarter notes. It has the whole notes, and then the level 2. So here's what I'm going to do now. Very, very important, everyone. So I want everybody to, I'm going to put this in the comments for you guys to have access to this folder. I just want you to go download this. And I'm going to make sure it's unlocked here. Share. It's not going to be restricted. It's going to be anyone with the link can access this. Let me copy this link and I'm going to put it in the folder here. I'll put it here. And then I'm also going to put it on the comments because it takes a while for where are the comments? Can you comment? What we might have to do is I might have to paste it in as soon as this thing goes offline. All right. It opens fine. Perfect. Okay. Hey, somebody do me a favor. I'm about to leave, but somebody do take this link and post it in the comments, and after this goes off, because you guys have access to it. And then if you're watching this and again you're new here or you haven't liked the video yet, go ahead and do that. Let's try to get up to 10 likes, so I'll keep this thing up for a while. I just want to make sure it's going to help you guys out. All right, have a great afternoon, and I'll see you guys. For all my members or boot camp attendees, I'll see you guys tomorrow morning at 8:30 a.m. Central for our Christmas in October boot camp. You guys have the charts, you have the book, you can start going through that, you have the play-alongs, all of that. And I look forward to seeing you guys at 8:30 a.m. Central Time. And of course, as always, you'll be able to watch the replays if you can't make it in the morning stream. Hope you have an awesome day. Thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you on the next one. You got 30 seconds to say your goodbyes for today, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.